channel. My name is Jo. I'm a special effects makeup practitioner, and today I'm going to talk to you about the history of special effects makeup. In the beginning, our history begins in 1896 France, when film director Georges Méliès reached out to the Lumière brothers to purchase their recent invention, the film camera. The Lumière brothers refused to sell George their camera, so he went and made one of his own. With his camera, George went on to make the first recorded narrative film and created my favourite genre of horror with his movie Le Manoir du Diable. He featured flying bats, skeletons, and disappearing acts from tricks he'd learned during his time as a magician. Georges Méliès is better known for his 1902 film Le Voyage dans le Lune. And this is how NASA faked the moon landing. If you want to watch these films for yourself, you can find them linked in the description below. Then, in the silent film era, actor Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces, and not because he talked mad shit, decided to give us our first real taste of method acting. During his role in The Hunchback of Notre Dame in 1923, he used false teeth, wax and grease paints to change his face, and he wore a 50-pound hump on his back. This was because he believed his features were too plain and he wanted to be as close to the source material as possible. Chaney also did this in his other roles in The Phantom of the Opera, London After Midnight, and The Unknown. His character in The Unknown was an armless knife thrower. How does that work? This was how he got his nickname. And then we were introduced to the first real special effects makeup artist, Jack Pierce, who gave us the iconic 1931 Dracula and Frankenstein characters, and also the Wolfman in 1941. He used putty, mortician's wax, grease paints, and spirit gum as his materials. Jack was not about that corporate life and decided to stick to his traditional techniques and leave his role as Universal's head makeup artist, as they decided to go in a different direction. Jack didn't want to learn those newfangled boomer techniques. You go, Jack. And then, the year 1939, my one true nemesis. Foam prosthetics is born. Not because they don't work, but because they're more temperamental than I am and there can only be one of us. We first saw this used on the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz, who I coincidentally also find quite annoying. This advancement drastically cut down application times, increased continuity, and it allowed for a little more sleep all round. This memorable character makeup was created by Jack Dawn. Soon became the industry standard, and it was a little while before we saw any more big developments in the industry. The 50s equals rubber suits. Not that kind of rubber suit, you're wrongin'.
Huh?
Special effects makeup artist Millicent Patrick used the rubber suit technique to create her iconic creature makeup of the creature from the Black Lagoon for the 1954 movie of the same name. After rubber suits were introduced, special effects makeup industry began to make more frequent advancements due to the ever-growing and changing film industry. In the 60s and 70s, the godfather of special effects makeup, Dick Smith, began to gain notoriety for his work on Marlon Brando in The Godfather in 1972. Smith's experimentation went beyond full-face masks and employed multiple overlapping foam latex pieces. God damn it, foam latex! Well, if it isn't this bitch again. This allowed for actors to have a fuller range of facial expression and led to massive shifts in the industry. These advancements gave us amazing movies such as The Exorcist, King Kong and Alien. In the 80s, the real war between special effects makeup and CGI began. We can see the initial blend of CGI and special effects makeup in amazing movies such as An American Werewolf in London, Blade Runner and The Terminator. At this time, we also saw a wave of new faces coming into the industry, being students of Dick Smith and his colleague Stan Winston. In the present, yes, I'm aware the 90s were 30 years ago, but I'm a millennial, so let's call it the present. In the present, we find that most movies blend practical effects and CGI to provide moviegoers with the best possible experience. Obviously, I have a preference for special effects as this is my area of production. We all have to pick a team. In the 90s, we had great work such as Death Becomes Her, Jurassic Park and The Matrix. In the 2000s, we had great movies such as Gladiator, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Just going to show that special effects makeup doesn't always have to be horror and gore. We won't talk about the 2009 Avatar CGI usage because, well, it speaks for itself. Then, in the 2010s, we really began to see the lines between practical effects and CGI blur. Some great examples of this are The Hunger Games, Deadpool, and I suppose this wouldn't be a special effects makeup video if I didn't give a mention to it in 2017. Obviously, we are in the 2020s and we've had some really great movie releases so far, and there will be more to come in the near future. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you stick around for more in the future. We have some more informational videos and some makeup tutorials in the pipeline. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Bye!